These days, everyone is talking about running backs and wide receivers, but I'm going to talk to you today about some tight ends. Specifically, who I believe to be the tight end 3 in this 2021 NFL Draft, and that is Hunter Long, the redshirt junior from Boston College. Let's dig a little bit deeper into the guy from Chestnut Hill. First, he attended the 2021 Senior Bowl this year. He measured in at 6'5", 253 pounds. He had an 83-inch wingspan, which was the longest among offensive skill players. Those measurables are going to be very attractive to any NFL scout because it means that his catch radius will be huge. He doesn't need help really blocking as much because of those long arms, and you can just throw it up to him almost like a post player in basketball and just let him do the rest. He's going to be a huge red zone target with those arms. He's got great NFL size, and he is a well-rounded tight end prospect. Now, if you look at him from a college production standpoint, as a redshirt sophomore in 2019, he caught 28 passes, had 2 touchdowns, and he led the Eagles with 509 receiving yards. His 18.2 yards per reception that year also was good for 5th highest in the ACC. Now, this season, he doubled his catch total from the previous year and came down with 57 catches, 685 yards, and 5 touchdowns. His 57 catches for a tight end were most amongst all FBS tight ends, and he ranked 6th highest in the ACC this past year. So, some of his strengths. In the 2021 NFL Draft, there is an absolute unit of a tight end in Florida's Kyle Pitts. He is everyone's tight end 1, undeniable. He is an incredible athlete. He's a vertical threat down the field. Long does not have Pitts' speed, but he is a complete tight end. In fact, I believe he's the second best complete tight end in this draft behind Penn State's Pratt Freiermuth. Now, Long can block. He can make those big contested catches. He can find the soft spot on the defense across the middle, and he's able to absorb those big hits from safeties, especially with his size. A big asset that Long brings to the NFL also is that Boston College ran a pro-style offense through his college career. What that means is he is used to running a balanced offensive attack. Converting to an NFL playbook will not be as much of a challenge as it is for some of these guys who are running these air raid type offenses. So with all the strengths, though, obviously comes some weaknesses. Now, although Hunter Long is a really well-rounded skill set at the tight end position, he's not going to be a difference maker athletically. I already talked about Kyle Pitts. Brevin Jordan is the same way. He's more of a receiver type than an actual full-blown tight end. Long does not have flashy speed. He's not going to be hurdling defenders. He's not going to be breaking anyone's ankles in the open field. His athleticism can be summed up as solid. He's just all right. I don't think he's capped as an athlete, though. So once he gets into an NFL strength and conditioning program, I think a lot of those things will improve. The other thing that I like to see Long improve on would be his route running. Now, compared to Pitts and Jordan, he's not as refined, but like I said, as soon as he gets into that NFL training camp with those coaches, I think route running is something that you can really improve on. Now, NFL draft possibilities, I think there are a lot of teams that need a tight end. I would think that the Panthers, the Washington football team, the Patriots, Texans, and surprise, the Kansas City Chiefs could absolutely use Hunter Long in this year's draft. Like I said, I have him as my tight end 3 behind Kyle Pitts and Pratt Freiermuth. Most people have Miami's Brevin Jordan as their tight end 3, but I believe Long is a more refined tight end and can make an impact a lot earlier. Jordan is obviously the better athlete, but he has more to work on since he's so raw. And I know you're probably thinking, why would Hunter Long go to the Chiefs? Well, honestly, even though they have the best tight end in the league with Travis Kelce, they don't have anyone behind him. Long would be the perfect backup to Kelce. He's a complete tight end, like I said, much like Kelce, and he can offer so much to an Andy Reid offense. Now, Long may not have the storied career that some tight ends do, but he has shown the past 2 years that he can hang with the big boys, and he can excel. He has the perfect blend of catching and blocking. He may not be too quick, but he has enough speed to be a receiving threat, and with that wingspan and arm length, you do not have to throw him dimes. We all know that in fantasy it takes tight ends, 3, 4, 5 years sometimes to produce and mature. But with the leg up that Long has from playing in a pro-style offense at Boston College, I really don't think it's going to be that much of an issue. Size-wise, he's similar to some of the guys like I had mentioned, Travis Kelce. He's got similar size to George Kittle and Zach Ertz. Looking at the overall player, though, I think he comps more similarly to someone like Hayden Hurst. So as long as you can take him later in your Dynasty rookie drafts, Let him simmer on your taxi or bench for a while, and then you'll be able to reap the rewards when the time comes. Thanks so much for checking out my Hunter Long rookie profile. Be sure to check out our Dynasty page for thefantasyauthority.com. We have all of your fantasy football needs covered, so please don't hesitate to visit. Till next time, see you later.